Picture this, you're drowning in uncertainty. Pain grips your chest. Loss has taken something you thought you could never live without. And yet, somehow you rise, not just to survive, but to become something more. Not despite the suffering, but because of it. This isn't just ancient talk. This isn't some distant scroll from a forgotten past. This is about now. This is about you. The philosophy that once guided warriors, emperors, and thinkers through storms of chaos still breathes today. It's called Stoicism. It won't hand you comfort. It won't lie to you with empty hope. But what it will do is this. It will sharpen you. It will ground you. And if you allow it, it will save you. In a world constantly pulling you toward more distractions, more indulgences, more noise. Stoicism stands in rebellion. It teaches us the truth no one wants to hear, that real peace comes not from controlling the world, but from mastering yourself. This isn't about suppressing emotion. It's about seeing clearly. It's about learning what truly matters and letting go of what doesn't. So if you've ever felt like you were drowning, if you've ever screamed into the silence for a way forward, if you're done pretending and ready to face your life, then stay with me. Because the ancient wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus isn't just philosophy, it's medicine. And right now, you're about to take your first dose. Here's 11 Stoic rules for a better life. Rule number 1, put people first. What does real leadership look like? Not the kind stamped in titles or flaunted in riches, but the kind that bleeds, bends, and serves. Marcus Aurelius was the most powerful man on earth, an emperor with access to every luxury, every pleasure, every comfort imaginable. And then a plague came, a crisis that swept across the empire like fire through dry fields. And how did this godlike ruler respond? He sold his treasures, his ornaments, his prized possessions, not for profit, not for show, but to help his people survive. While others fled to marble palaces, Marcus stepped forward, offering more than just gold. He gave himself. That's not weakness. That's Stoicism in motion. Stoicism doesn't preach in words, it lives through actions. And in this moment, Marcus Aurelius embodied the core of Stoic virtue. Courage, justice, temperance, wisdom, his message. Real wealth isn't measured in things. It's found in how deeply we serve others. And it wasn't just Marcus. Aristotle once said that happiness, the real kind, comes from a life lived with virtue in service of the greater good. Plato? He dreamed of a philosopher king, a ruler who put wisdom above desire, justice above ego. And when you put people first, when you dare to serve in times of crisis, you don't just help others. You elevate your own soul. Marcus didn't hide behind power. He used it for empathy, for action, for something greater than himself. That's not just leadership. That's legacy. Rule number 2, another path is always open. Have you ever hit a wall so hard you felt like your life just froze? Like every exit was sealed, every option gone. That kind of pain can paralyze you. But Stoicism whispers something radical, something powerful. There is always another path. It might not be the path you wanted. It might not be easy, but it exists, and you can walk it. Marcus Aurelius believed that obstacles are not the end. They're the beginning, a new direction, a new version of you. And that version only appears when everything else falls apart. Seneca, Epictetus, Marcus, all of them saw setbacks as sacred. They knew that we don't control what happens to us, but we always control how we respond. This is the Stoic game changer. Life doesn't end at dead ends. It reshapes. Aristotle once said that art isn't about appearances. It's about inner meaning. And just like that, Stoicism asks you to look at your pain not as punishment, but as purpose. Socrates challenged people to question everything. That includes your beliefs about what's impossible. You say you're stuck. Ask, am I stuck or am I scared? Stoicism isn't just about hope. It's about action. And that action starts with a mindset. No matter what's lost, no matter what's broken, there is always another path. Rule number 3, take it step by step. We live in a world of endless plans, endless intentions, dreams scribbled on paper, forgotten in dust. But Marcus Aurelius cuts through the noise with brutal clarity. Don't just know, act. You want peace? Move. You want change? Begin. You want freedom? Take the first step now. He wasn't just a writer of wisdom. He was a man who lived it. An emperor who had to make hard choices every day. His advice wasn't hypothetical. It was hard-won. The Stoics believed that action is where philosophy comes to life. It's not enough to read, not enough to know. You must do. Even Aristotle understood this deeply. We are what we repeatedly do, he said. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. It's not the big decisions that define us. It's the small, consistent, disciplined steps we take every day. Plato echoed this too. To live in alignment with truth, you have to act in alignment with truth. So whatever you're chasing, a new habit, a new life, a new version of yourself, don't wait for perfection. Start small, but start one step, then another, and another. That's how warriors are built. That's how change happens. That's how you rise. Rule number 4, discard your anxiety. In the quiet hours of the morning, when no one's watching, what keeps you from peace? It's not the world. It's not your boss. It's not your past. It's your mind. Marcus Aurelius realized something most people never do. Anxiety isn't just something that happens to us. It's something we create. And therefore, it's something we can release. You might not be able to stop the storm, but you can stop feeding it. Stoicism teaches us this. If it's outside your control, let it go. If it's inside your control, face it with courage. That's the entire game. Think about it. How much of your stress comes from worrying about things you cannot change? The past? Other people's opinions? The future? Let it go. Plato taught that self-knowledge is the path to freedom. If you can understand your mind, you can master it. Socrates believed that an unexamined life is not worth living. When you examine your anxieties, you realize most of them are paper tigers. They look scary, but they have no teeth. This doesn't mean you suppress your emotions. It means you understand them, and then you choose which ones deserve your attention. Peace isn't something you find. It's something you build. Rule number 5, well begun is half done. How you start your day shapes everything. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire, yet still carved out sacred time to begin his mornings with purpose. He wrote, he reflected, he grounded himself before facing the chaos. He didn't do this out of obligation. He did it because he understood something. A day well begun is a battle half won. He didn't wait for motivation. He built discipline. He didn't hope for calm. He created it within himself. This wasn't just a schedule. It was a declaration. I will not be ruled by the chaos of the world. I will rule myself. Start your day with intention, and you carry that clarity through the storms. Skip it and you drift. Stoicism isn't about cold logic. It's about preparing your soul for war. And every morning is a battlefield. You either armor up or you fall. Begin each day as if it were on purpose. This simple phrase, "well begun is half done," echoes not only through Stoic thought, but across the corridors of ancient wisdom. Aristotle believed excellence is not an act, but a habit, cultivated day by day. The way we begin our mornings, with purpose, intention, and discipline, sets the rhythm for the entire day. It's not the grand moments that define us, but the small, consistent actions repeated daily. Plato, with his philosophy of the ideal form, teaches us that we may never fully embody perfection, but in striving toward it, we sculpt our best selves. So ask yourself, how are you starting your day? Are you chasing dopamine or discipline, comfort or character? When you wake up with a sense of clarity and purpose, not noise, you start to live instead of simply exist. You take the reins of your own life. Rule number 6, be strict with yourself, lenient with others. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself." In a world obsessed with blaming others, the Stoic path teaches the opposite. Growth is not about controlling others, but about conquering yourself. Being strict with yourself means holding your standards high, not out of pride, but out of purpose. It means choosing what is right over what is easy. It means showing up, even when no one is watching. But it also means knowing your limits. Discipline is not self-punishment. It is self-respect. And while you demand excellence from yourself, you show compassion to others because you understand. Everyone is fighting a battle you cannot see. Aristotle called virtue a mean between extremes. Self-discipline, then, is not perfection. It is the art of balance. It is walking the tightrope between indulgence and asceticism, between chaos and rigidity. And in this balance, you discover freedom. Rule number 7, don't resent people. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Marcus Aurelius. Let's face it, people will test you. Some will lie. Some will betray. Some will disappoint you again and again. And yet, the Stoic does not allow bitterness to settle. Why? Because resentment is a poison you drink, hoping someone else will suffer. It steals your peace. It distracts your mind. It weakens your soul. Carl Jung called this the shadow self, the idea that what you hate in others is often a reflection of something unresolved in you. Marcus Aurelius saw difficult people as opportunities, not obstacles. When someone tests your patience, that's your chance to practice it. When someone offends you, that's your chance to forgive. When someone acts cruelly, that's your moment to rise. It doesn't mean you excuse bad behavior, but you refuse to let it corrupt your spirit. To not resent people is not weakness. It is strength, the kind that builds unshakable character. Rule number 8, ask yourself, is this essential? This simple Stoic question may just save your life. In a world of endless noise, distractions, notifications, deadlines, demands, Marcus Aurelius invites us to pause, reflect, and ask, is this essential? It is the sword that cuts through the chaos. It is the compass that points toward a life of meaning. Because not everything deserves your time. Not every battle is worth fighting. Not every opportunity is meant for you. Aristotle taught the golden mean, the balance between excess and deficiency. Plato taught us to aim for the good, the true, and the beautiful. Carl Jung urged us to peel back layers of conditioning and become who we truly are. And that journey begins by removing what isn't essential. When you stop chasing everything, you begin to see what truly matters. Ulderanoius, amor fati, love your fate. The Stoics didn't just tolerate hardship. They loved it. They welcomed it. Amor fati, love of one's fate, is the ultimate act of courage. It means you stop asking, why me? And start saying, try me. Marcus Aurelius, who lost children, faced betrayals, and governed through war and plague, accepted it all. He embraced what life gave him, and he used it. You may not control what happens, but you control how you meet it. Amor fati is not passive acceptance. It is active embrace. It is saying, this too belongs. This too is part of my path. Even your pain, even your failures, even your heartbreak. What if the thing you're resisting is the very thing that will set you free? Rule number 10. Contribute to the common good. Stoicism is not a solitary retreat into the self. It is a return to service. Marcus wrote, "What brings no benefit to the hive brings none to the bee." We are not separate from others. Our lives are threads in the same fabric. Plato envisioned an ideal society where each soul played its role, not out of obligation, but from a sense of shared destiny. To live well is to live for more than yourself. Ask, who are you helping today? Who are you lifting up? Whose burden are you easing? Happiness that ends with you is not happiness. It is a dead end. But happiness that multiplies through service, kindness, sacrifice is eternal. Rules Amateur 11, memento mori, remember you will die. And finally, the most powerful Stoic mantra of all, memento mori, remember you will die. Not to live in fear, but to live in clarity. Marcus Aurelius wrote daily reminders to himself that life was short, that death was natural, that everything, even empires, fades. So stop wasting time. Stop chasing what doesn't matter. Stop holding grudges. Stop waiting for permission. Stop living on autopilot. This life right now is all you have. So live it. Live it with passion, with purpose, with presence. Use your time wisely. Love deeply. Forgive quickly. Act boldly. Because the clock is always ticking, and every heartbeat is a countdown to your legacy. Final words, live Stoic, live free. These Stoic rules, passed down from Marcus Aurelius, are not just ideas. They are a way of being. Wake with intention. Hold yourself to high standards. Let go of resentment. Cut away the non-essential. Embrace your fate. Serve others. And above all, remember that time is precious. This is not about perfection. It's about presence. It's about power. It's about peace. Let Stoic wisdom be your armor. Let virtue be your compass. Let this moment, right now, be the beginning of your true life. Because the journey is short, but it can be glorious if lived well. If this message spoke to your soul, don't stop here. Watch the next video. Continue your path to wisdom, strength, and clarity. Welcome to Stoic Flow. And until next time, keep building your inner peace.